to be honest, the last time I enjoyed seeing a bunch of people working with the Doctor in unison, it was Captain Jack, Mickey, Rose, and Christopher Eccleston's Doctor up the end of Christopher Eccleston's season of Doctor Who back in, I think, 2009. Okay, so basically, the architect, a man with a filter on his voice and an awful American accent, briefs everyone on a heist that they have to do after waking up in like a creepy, featureless grey room gripping these big, pale worm-like things. Or as my friend Ben likes to call it, Friday night. The Doctor and Clara aren't doing the heist alone though. They're joined by Sai, a hacker with like mechanical implants in his neck, and much like a Nintendo 64, he needs to pull the cartridge out and blow on it occasionally, which I thought was charming. And Sabra, a mutant who can shapeshift, and they're hounded by Miss Delphox, who is basically the head of security of this incredible, impregnable bank. And they're also tracked down and potentially hunted by the Teller, a monster with two big penis-shaped tendrils on its head. Again, typical Friday night for my friend Ben. Now, apart from those weird scene transitions, you know those weird fuzzy, swooshy kind of edits that they used in this episode, which are about as enjoyable as the star wipe? Apart from those, one of the best things about this episode was seeing the Doctor plan everything. Because, spoiler alert, the Doctor was revealed to actually be the architect, and after last week's episode, in which Moffat and Clara hand in hand sort of tried to out-clever the Doctor as a character, here we see him in his prime, manipulating but doing so for noble intentions, which I feel is potentially the best thing he's done all season. I'm not gonna lie to you, about 5 minutes into Time Heist, I thought, wow, this episode is pretty good, but it'll be excellent if they reveal at the end that the Doctor was the architect the entire time. And when they did, I was very happy, but I wasn't ready for exactly why he became the architect. Getting a call from Madame Carabraxos basically sets into motion a plan the Doctor has created to save everybody, which he does beautifully, and it's really nice to see that back in Doctor Who. Here's one interesting thing I noticed though. When the Doctor rescues the Teller, and the Teller cracks that safe to reveal that the Teller has a mate, and obviously the mate was being used as blackmail, the Doctor tells everybody that it's not the last of his species, it's one of the last two. And that sentence is sort of loaded. I think potentially it might be a call forward emotionally, like a tonal call forward to the reveal that the Doctor isn't the last Time Lord out there in the universe, and that Missy is in fact the other Time Lord, and that they're a duo. I don't know how that's going to pan out, and it's probably just one of many fan theories. Either way, it was really nice to have an episode that had the Doctor being smart and aggressive and forward-thinking and merciful and logical at the same time, and to see him enjoying himself around a crew of people without it feeling hokey. Having them all eat Chinese food on the TARDIS at the end was just adorable. I'm really glad the goofiness and accidental heroism of Matt Smith's 11th Doctor appears to have been pissed away into the ether, but I mean, that could come back. That really could come back. But anyway, next week we get lots of Clara and Danny, which means the show could suck once again, but I really need to be more positive, so here's hoping next week's episode is as much fun and, you know, as fulfilling as this one was. Anyway, that's about it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this analysis. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please do. You can also follow me on Twitter at Paul Verhoeven, or you can follow me on Instagram at It's Paul Verhoeven. And thank you very much to the guys over at Huffington Post Live for popping my recaps on the Spoiler Alert live show, which you should totally check out. I'll pop a link in for that as well. Anyway, I will see you guys next week.